I cannot lie. I love using prompts, and I'm going to tell you why in this tutorial as I create this art journal page in my Playing with Prompts book. Do you like using prompts? Let me know how that works for you in the comment section below. So this is my Playing with Prompts book. I set this up. I'll link that video. And here's my 100 Pick a Prompt digital download that you can get at NINNYSNAPKINS.com. When I work with prompts, I have two prompts here. And I have brainstormed ideas. I have pulled things from my stash that go with that prompt. And I can do that all ahead of time. So I've basically jump started my art journal process. This page, I'm really inspired by this coffee filter that has some stenciling on it. And I could use it, but I really want to have fun creating a background. And so I'm not using a collage paper. What I am using, I've got bright yellow, quinacridone magenta, and some orange. And I am using a makeup sponge and just blending it on top of that gessoed page. Because the page is gessoed, the paint isn't just soaking into the paper, and it blends a little bit better. But as you can see, this is kind of a hot mess, but that's okay. I call it texture. And I'm just blending these colors, and I just want bright, bold colors with this. Now, if you wanted a more soft look here, all you have to do is blend in a little bit of that white gesso with the paints, and it would be softer, more muted, more maybe ethereal. So while I've gone one way, you can go another way. So do you like using prompts, or do you find it restrains you? Depending on my mood, I go either way. Sometimes I find prompts too demanding. I'm not in that mindset. And at other times, I grab my prompt book and I flip through, especially where I've brainstormed on that side, and it gives me push when I don't know what to create. It gives me one or two or three ideas. And I find that that stimulates the creativity and I go further. Times having the prompt is too restrictive. I don't want to do that, or I don't feel like that. So that's why I have the prompt book and I can flip through it. There are 100 prompts here that I can choose from. So it's not limiting. So now that the color is done, and I'm going bold, so I'm not muting that out with a wash of gesso, I am using some stamping, and I'm just using a part of the stamp here. I just want some marks. Some interest, added value to the page. Adding the black gives a little bit more contrast. And kind of every step you do here kind of points you in the direction. Now, on that other page, I brainstormed some ideas for using the daisy theme. Periodically, I look back at it and I say, oh, what did I have there? And sometimes I don't look at it at all. So here I'm using the black archival ink. Actually, nope, I'm using black acrylic paint on my stamp. I like the texture that gives, and it gives a bolder look. And if I make a mistake, I can grab a baby wipe and erase it. So I'm just adding a little bit of text here. Now, you could go with this and omit what I'm going to do next. Again, when I show you what I'm doing, I am giving you a possibility. You could veer off at any point and do your own thing. You don't like what I do? You have my full permission to do what you do. So this is Daisy Cluster Stencil, and it is an oldie but a goodie from the Crafter's Workshop. And I am just using white acrylic paint on a makeup sponge. I'm being careful to hold down the stencil because I don't want it to shift. Because while I don't need perfect stenciling, I want to be able to see that it's daisies being the theme of the page and all. And I am just whiting it out. So here's why I didn't put the whitewash earlier or mute out those colors, because I knew or thought that I was going to do this. And this was one of the ideas that I had written down when I did the brain dump or did the brainstorming about what the possibilities were with the theme Daisy. And I realized I've got enough Daisy stencils, stamps, napkins, and whatnot. I could make an entire book with just daisies. And I love this. I grab my black acrylic paint and I'm edging the page in black. And when I do that, I kind of shift, it kind of pushes me in the next direction. Again, every step you do informs or leads you to what comes after that. So I did that. And then I decided I'm going to outline these daisies. Now, when I did that, I'm using my Sakura gel pen, glazed gel pen, and it's just adding interest to the background, but it is darkening the page. And once I get done all this outlining, and I do speed up the video here, it takes some time. I'm going to show you the before and the after of outlining it with black. And again, you can look at both and say, oh, I like this one better. And then that's what you can go with. You could have also have chosen to stencil this with black. That would give an completely different look and take you in a different direction. Now, the Sakura Glaze pen is dimensional and it is glossy. And these pens, I've had them forever. They just keep on working. So here it is with all the outlining in black, and there it is before. Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section below. So now I'm going to audition elements for focal images. And I have pulled a bunch of things that I have in a bin right at the side. This one surprises me, but I'm thinking it's a little too much with both of them. That first one, she was too big. Scale was too big. Save her for maybe my 9x12 art journal page. I like this. I like the daisies are soft and light, and she's, very different. There's a very different feel. So I'm just putting them down and seeing. Trying to go fairly quickly, and I'm just going to decide which one I like best in the moment that I'm doing it. There is no right or wrong. Oh, I like this worm. He is so cute and he fits the happy-go-lucky feel of the page. And then I have this girl. She is quite large, cut from a very shiny magazine page. But if I fold it under or just kind of have her half off the page, she might work. And the color of her outfit really matches the background. You could put a sassy saying on there or something, maybe that. And I'm going back and forth and deciding, auditioning each one, seeing. And then I take pictures. Here's where I took pictures of the various possibilities. And then when I look at the camera from afar, I can decide which one do I really like. And again, there was no wrong answer. I grab a sentiment from Through the Garden Gate, which again was not the sentiments that I had, and I audition a couple of them. Now I decide to go with this girl because, well, her dress matches perfectly in this background. And all the other focal images I could use on any other colored background. They are not specific. This sentiment, the laughs at flowers, you kind of get lost. This is a little bolder, this font, and I can see it better, which is why I'm choosing it for this background. My background here is pretty busy, so my sentiment needs to be bold and good. Now, my sentiments, this one through the garden gate, as well as probably 12, 15 different sentiment packs, and my prompts are available for purchase as a digital download from NINNYSNAPKINS.com, and I will link Ninny's in the description box below. So I'm using gel medium here and I'm gluing it down. Now see how shiny this magazine picture is? When I put the gel medium on, please note how matte. You get rid of that shine. The coat of matte medium on top also allows me to shade and do things on top of the magazine pictures. Kind of seals it, makes it a non-porous surface. Just making sure everything's glued down and giving it a quick dry. Now the rest of this I can put away. Now I like how these flowers look with that girl. Ooh, the possibilities for another page. I might have to put that on a 9x12 sheet and set it aside as a future possibility. Grab my Secura glaze pen, just outlining the top of this sentiment, just to make it stand out a little bit more. Then I grab my angle brush, black acrylic paint, and I'm shading around the girl on the outside. And then I'm going to do some shading on her dress, just to make the lapels and it stand out. I could have used some mark making and totally changed the color of her dress should I have wanted to. I could also change the color of her hair. But at this time, I was perfectly happy with making a fun, light, beautiful background. And sometimes that's where the fun is and the joy is. We don't have to create great art every time. Sometimes art journaling is just about the journey, having fun, playing around, experimenting. And that this prompt journal or my accidental art journal, it's a composition book. I'm risking very little. It's not expensive. It's not precious at all. So I'm giving that a dry and I'm just going to continue shading and just make her outfit stand out a little bit more. Magazine pictures are a great addition to this, and you put whatever sentiment, what you're feeling. This is my way of journaling, is using quotes, using sentiments. I love, love, love my garden and the flowers in it. And when I art journal with flowers, it's just joy for me. So I'm combining the gardening joy and the art journaling joy. You'll see how I cut off part of that girl, and then I also made her go a little bit off the page. Then I decided, I don't know, I had this barberry stencil out, and I decided I'm going to add a contrasting color with the bright aqua. It goes, but if I was to do it again, I'd skip this step. I ain't gonna lie. And there's our finished page. I had so much fun creating this background. I hope you can take something from this video and jumpstart an art journal page for you. So the quote here, the prompt here was Daisy. Check out the links in the description box. Now, all the brainstorming I have here, these ideas, they're not going anywhere. I can take those ideas and do them on a canvas, I can do them on something else. And the prompt that I didn't use, I can do that as well. So these are my 100 pick a prompts. I hope you were inspired. Now go get creative.